turn up the fuel on the 6.5. Stick around. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be turning up the fuel on the old 6.5 here. So I've already done this once, and I turned the fuel screw all the way up, which isn't recommended, and it's inside this pump right here. And that injection pump failed in like 6 months. It was back when I was daily driving the truck, so I was driving it, you know, anytime I need to do something every single day, and so it went out in 6 months. So on this one, I'm going to turn it the fuel screw all the way up and turn about 1/8 turn back, where it's, you know, turned up most of the way, but not literally all the way. And since I don't daily drive this truck, it'll probably last a while like that. So I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to do this. So there's 2 ways you can turn up the fuel screw, or 2 different places where you can access it, at least on the pump. So you can take the top cover off, and you'd have to take the spring out of the inside of the pump, and there's a little side window at the bottom, and you could do it there, or on the side of the pump. If you can get to it, you can see beneath the linkage there's a little cover with a couple 2 or 3 bolts that holds it on, but that's really hard to access with it on the engine. So you guys how to basically turn this up. So you're gonna take the upper intake plenum off, which has these 6 bolts. Once that comes off, then you can access the pump. So I just got the upper intake off, and there's tons of oil. I think the turbo seals are out pretty much, because it's all over the damn place. But get that and get to the top of the pump. I take this off. These I think that's like the return line or something. And you take these wires off, and then there's these 6-star screws. You take that off, and the top of the pump will come off. Alright, now we got the lid off. You're gonna need to take this spring right here out, and there's an Allen head bolt that is on this side. You got to take out, not all the way, but most of the way, and then you'll be able to get this spring out by rotating this and popping it out. And then the access hole basically directly underneath this, and you turn the motor over until the Allen head shows, and then you adjust it. Alright, so I got that spring out. The Allen was actually almost perfectly lined up. I just popped it in a gear, rocked the car back and forth until it lined up good enough where I can fit the Allen in. It's a 5 and 30 seconds or something like that size. 5 30-seconds. Yeah, 5 30-seconds size. And so I got it in there. Now I'm going to take some pliers and rotate this till I max it out, and then turn it back like 1/8 of a turn, like I was talking about, and then put it back together. Okay, got that back together. It was being a little bit of a pain, but I got it. The last thing I was going to tell you guys that's important. So on the lid, this solenoid in here has this arm actuator. When you go to put the top on, I put it on as far back as I can till it drops in, because that arm hits a lever inside the pump, and then I push it forward till the bolts go in. That way you know that it's all lined up. Alright, I got the pump back together. I'm at the point where I can start trying to start it. I don't have the upper intake on it, but it'll run without it. That just feeds boost from the turbo, which to get it running is not something that I have to. But this is the solenoid for the fuel pump. I'm going to run a jumper wire from this orange wire over to this gray wire, which will turn the fuel pump on and prime the system. Surprisingly, it actually started right up. But yeah. little cold, but it's definitely it's a little more rattly. You can definitely tell that it's got more fuel. So I drove it down the road, and it has quite a bit more pep. It's still not fast by any means compared to some of the other diesels, but compared to what it was, it's pretty quick. It lights the turbo quicker, and yeah, I'll do a little wannabe dig thing here. My brakes aren't actually on. That's just fucked up. Hear the turbo spooling. But yeah, so that's still not fast, but it's better. Alright then, that's the end of this episode. So, till next time, keep between the ditches, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and see ya.